Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Janet, the Journal Keeper. Welcome back if you've been before, and if this is your first visit, I'd be grateful if you consider subscribing to my channel and clicking the little bell so you'll be notified when I update new videos. Today I have a grunge journal to show you. This has actually been sold, but I wanted to video it before it leaves here, and I will show it when the person who has purchased it has received it. So the dimensions are 8.5 by around about 7. The cover is blue ticking, which has been distressed, and it also has some pieces of vintage doily, which I've also made into a tie, and some vintage cross-stitched cloth here, and a Tim Holtz picture frame with a photograph under there, and there's a little pocket which has some little ephemera pieces in it, and a little Tim Holtz chipboard, collect beautiful moments, which I thought that was apt. If you've watched my other grunge journal, I said that I'd been inspired by Kay Comer, and she has a YouTube channel in that name, and she does very grungy journals. And what inspired me was that she said that her books were a collection, things that somebody might have collected over many years. Something you might find in an old house that nobody had been in for years. You might go in to explore it and open an old chest and you'd find this book. And there would be a collection of somebody's personal items. Things that might not have meant anything to you, but obviously meant something to them at the time. So that stayed with me, and I try to make it a theme in my grungy books. So this is number 3. As I said, it is sold, but clearly I would be open to making more if anyone is interested. So let's go into the first page. I've got a hessian here covering the inside of the cover, and there's some linen here and cotton making a pocket with collage, and some pieces of ephemera which you could journal on, a little quilt with a poem, a little prayer quilt, and some vintage advertisements. On the next page is a collection of recipes. They were originally glued in, but then clipped as the collection became too much for one page. Turning over, we have some gingham material with a pocket, and there are tickets and vintage photographs, collage, the little rusty clip there and there, collage down here, and over here we have a vintage fairy soap advertisement and a vintage postcard in there. There's plenty of room for you to add your own collectibles, treasures to it. Here are some vintage fashion pictures. I especially like this one. I think the lady was imagining herself as she had looked during the war, and then how she would look, and how looks in this beautiful gown. And this one is just absolutely stunning, and I thought this one was very elegant as well. So something that you might never have, but you might imagine yourself wearing. Over here, this was a tray cloth which has been distressed, and it's got some fluffy trim around there. And here is a pocket, and there's a few different little things in here. There's a journaling card with Edith Holden, and there's a little place for journaling, which is an old diary pages, and there are a couple of little booklets put together with odd pages and some writing paper in there as well, and the same there. So a few journaling places there. I like, even though this is a collection of items, I do like to have somewhere where you might write some things as well. So the next page, we have a copy of a vintage card here, and an old slide here. I have to tell you, this is actually my husband on his last holiday with his parents. They were on a cruise. He probably won't be very grateful that I put that in there, but anyway, it's a long time ago. So we have some vintage stamps here, and there's some botanical paper behind there, which is distressed, and a photograph. This is the Tim Holtz snapshots, and a little flash card. And over here is a paper bag. I've strengthened the top here and collaged the front with a child's card there. And again, another fashion, very 1960s, that is. And a couple of pieces of journaling paper there. Someone gave me a bag of scrap material when I started journaling during lockdown. I put out a message on our town's Facebook page, and people brought bags of things to me. They were very kind, and this lovely Harlequin material was in there, and so I've used the last of it now to make a pocket here, and underneath there is a picture of a quilt there, and some little beads on a rusty pin, some vintage buttons, card, and another snapshot there. And over here, this is a sort of a trifold place for you to journal, and they are there. And here there's some distressed paper there, and a snippet roll made out of material pieces, and collage here. Okay, and next we have some gingham material here. It's been coffee dyed, and stamps there, little different things that have been collected, more stamps, a little picture of makeup, and there's a journaling card there and a photograph, and yeah, you can see the stamps there. And this pocket is made from a piece of an old doily mounted on a piece of linen. And here we have some Tim Holtz distress wallpapers for the backing, and here is an original vintage card which has lovely writing on it, and that's a tuck spot there, and there's a tuck spot here with an old plane ticket and a little Christmas little piece of ephemera there, and some other pieces of ephemera collaged onto the side there. And over here, this is part of that cloth that had been cross-stitched. There's a pocket here, which is the prayer pocket, which inside I have taken some prayers for, most of them are for Lent time of year, which it is now. These have come from our service sheets at our church. And some more pieces of collage here in the back, which is also a pocket. And on the back page, I've pinned in a little bookmark here. And I've got a pocket here again with the linen and the cotton, same as in the front pocket, the front page. And here's a little journal made with, it's sort of a pale pink, made from my boiled beets, which is very red, but you can just sort of make it however pink or red you want the paper. So, and here's collage on the front. On the back is just again another piece of the doily, which is the other part of the tie, and some Tim Holtz linen tape. Well, that concludes the journal, and if you are interested, please contact me. I will put my email below in the description. I will be having a video every week, so please come back again. I hope you'll all be well and safe. Goodbye for now, and thank you for coming. Bye-bye.